Some estimated 250,000, some more. It didn't really matter. The crowd was enormous to welcome home Alec Rose. Big boats, little boats, anything that could float went out to welcome and escort home Lively Lady and her skipper at the end of their grand, heroic, round-the-world solo voyage. 353 days and 28,500 miles had brought them full circle from home to home. All along the seafront of Portsmouth and Southsea, men, women and children showed how proud they were of him. The shopkeeper who now ranks among the great men of the sea. Britain was proud of him. Alec Rose didn't expect the sort of welcome he got. He's not that kind of man. Almost a year before, he'd set out to sail single-handed round the world. It had been his lifelong ambition. Now he'd achieved it, and his modesty had been overruled by millions. But among those millions was one especially proud woman, his wife Dorothy, sharing with the world those first moments of reunion. The escort of official and unofficial vessels kept station with Lively Lady as she neared the end of a voyage that her builders could never have envisaged for her when she first met the sea 20 years ago. Now her sisters of the sea welcomed her as a heroine and her captain as a hero. It was 12:30 on a glorious summer's day as Alec Rose sailed his yacht across the finishing line. The Commander-in-Chief of Portsmouth's barge waited to accept the safekeeping of Lively Lady. Alec Rose nursed his boat alongside, treating her with the same care in his last moment of landfall as he had done for so long. What moments these would be to remember for all who waited to see Alec Rose come ashore. Just an ordinary man who had saved for years to achieve a goal had succeeded in a great adventure. Now he was almost home. No man could ever hope for a warmer or more affectionate welcome. Spruced up, wearing collar and tie, blazer and yachting cap, amazingly sprightly, the 59-year-old solo sailor quickly found his land legs and made ready to walk the route of honor that had been prepared for him. With Dorothy by his side, the sailor, home from the sea, stepped out. Mayor of Portsmouth greeted Alec Rose, and for this immensely likable man, there were two great honors. He had come home to be welcomed as a freeman of Portsmouth and to a personal message of congratulation from the Queen and Prince Philip. What a day this was. What a joyous moment to be shared with his wife. Alec Rose was leaving the sea behind him. His new command was an open Rolls-Royce, and this was certainly not to be a lonely trip. The route to the Guildhall was lined by thousands who made sure that the magnificent mariner wouldn't lack company on the greatest day of his life. And so, Alec Rose reached his next port of call, Portsmouth Guildhall. The adventure of his solo voyage was over, but for this quiet man, this too was an adventure and perhaps an ordeal. To face the many perils of the sea is one thing. To face so many thousands of well-wishers also takes courage. He proved himself in both circumstances. Alec Rose, a man of the people, had returned safe and well. Like most of us, he had wanted to look his best on an important occasion. He changed his woolen cap and seaman sweater for the shore dress of a yachtsman. But this is how we will always remember him at the helm of Lively Lady, a grand sailor in faded working clothes who sailed round the world alone into greatness.